Zero torque has been on the market when it comes to putters for quite some time. Now TaylorMade has got their entry into the space. Is this flat stick going to be for you? Are you the type of golfer that needs zero torque and lie angle balance in your game? In today's video, I'm going to be explaining what these three different models are all about and why you would want to try them and how you'd go about testing these putters. There's quite a lot of detail here, so as always, maybe sit yourself down, pop the kettle on. This is going to be a good video, but you have to pay attention. These, in my opinion, are mega. I am a big lie angle balance, zero torque fan. Have been for a long time, from early days on tour, seeing putters in this lineup come out, and I might even put one of these in my bag. We're going to be showing you guys the Spider ZT putter today. ZT. In England, I think we'd call it ZT. But we're going for our American audience here today. You can fire down in the comments if you like ZT or ZT. You'll notice I have the long putter. I think there's been some controversy in the golf industry who can call these things what. But this is the long putter. So I've just got a chalk line down. I'm trying to find what would be deemed as a straight putt. I don't know if I've done a great job. It's slightly off the left. We'll see. Spider ZTs and how you test them. Three different models. I just want to start by saying that zero torque in putters and that whole journey and the whole fact that we've got into a place like this, I absolutely am here for it. I love it. Anyone who's gone ahead and made these putters, you know who you are. You know in the comments who they are. I'm a huge, huge fan. I always was when I was out on tour every week. I thought what they made and the roll that it gave was brilliant, and the concept was fantastic. Now, let's start by explaining toe hang. Toe hang is how the putter falls when you find the balance point. What do you mean how the putter falls? You're not dropping it, keep up, come on. Toe hang is how that head and toe wants to sit. So if you go back to the old days and you go into the Ben Crenshaw putter, the blade, the one John Daly won to win the 95 Masters, the toe would hang down. It was a Wilson 8802 and it would hang down. And the concept was is that you would take the stroke, the blade would open, but be square to the path, and then you'd strike through. So before I get onto these two longer options, I want to talk a little bit about putting and how we set the shaft lie angle at an angle. And this is 70 degrees. I'm going to use this edge from Eyeline Golf, sent to me by Arnie Cunningham off the tour, who's an absolute legend of a bloke. So Arnie, thank you. We're going to get this into a video for sure. You've seen these out on the tour, hopefully, and that is your 70-degree plane and angle. So the putter should move when sold correctly on 70-degree plane. And what you're looking for is the putter to be balanced when at 70 degrees. So the torque of putters, when the toe hang goes down and the torque is pulling down, what happens is that you react as the player, as the athlete. That's right, you sat there on your desk chair watching this video, the athlete when it comes to putting. You react to however that toe hang is. So if you've got a full toe hang 8802, if you've got a Ping Answer style that goes slightly like that, or if you've got a face balanced Spider that sits up like that, you're reacting to that. The whole concept of this bad boy, if you swing it in the 70-degree angle, which I can't do, that's going to drop not quite at 70, is that the blade doesn't want to go wherever. So therefore you're now putting your putter instead of your putter putting you. So rather than practicing and trying to keep it on this 70-degree angle, which is fantastic, the putter, and if I move just 1/8 of an inch off of my Eyeline Golf device, the putter should move easily in that 70 degrees. So there is your first axis that you want to keep an eye on. So let's say you're going for the conventional short putter. You set up a chalk line. Now look, I think this could potentially move a little bit more left than this. I've got it just for left half. But you're looking as you set up, and this would be, you know, a lot of coaches say you shouldn't really go for this, 8 feet, 6 feet length, because it's a missable one. So maybe if you're looking to test your putters, bring them into this short one. Again, I like to have a chalk line down. I've got the line going through the putter. And just give yourself a feel for what zero torque feels like. Bring your eyeline golf into that. If you need it, go back and practice at your 70 degrees. And there's a call out. If you're a taller chap than me or female, you may not like 70 degrees. So all of a sudden you've got problems, right? Because the lie angle is crucial to get this putter moving in that axis. Now let's bring us on to the next one, which is going to be the mid-length. I don't even know what we're calling this. But this again gives you counterbalance. So now, in addition to having the lie angle balance, the zero torque, you've now got this mass at the butt end between the S on Superstroke grip all to the end that allows you to swing this in your hands. So great putting truly comes from swinging from the top of the back. So if I set up and can hold the balance position, then all of a sudden I can just swing the hands because I'm just swinging the grip. The next great thing about this is if you are lost and struggling, then now you can consider, okay, I want to stand a bit taller. Maybe like a Ricky Fowler. I want to be up taller with my counterbalance putter. Or, look, I want to get bent over it with my counterbalance. Obviously, the head weight feels much lighter when you hold it much lower down, but there is a back weight that you can put in this grip. But if we talk about the head and what TaylorMade have done, putting their spin on these zero torque lineups, they've got 3 different weights to give you the perfect balance so that it does sit at the zero torque position with the toe up. They've put in a 3mm. I checked it with Kiyamar and the crew. Pure roll. It feels good, to be fair. It's got those 45-degree angles. You should know this from me talking about videos before, but getting the right loft on the putter, which we're not going to discuss today, but having the pure roll in there to give you the improved roll. That's what it's designed for, to get that ball end over end. And you test that on some longer putts, if that's the route you wanted to go down, then all of a sudden that's some tech that is in this. And then they've brought in the spider stability of their family by having these wings back here. So look, is it great on everyone's eye? Of course not. But you'll see a lot of these zero torque line of putters have the mass back. So if you do strike it out the toe or the heel, then all of a sudden you're not going to have too many problems with that. Other things that TaylorMade don't call out, but from my few weeks of testing this, it's come to my attention that I want to discuss it. One of the things we did with Jason Day on the tour was talk about a contrasting leading edge, and that contrasting leading edge being his alignment tool. So if you didn't have the line, all of a sudden you're now lining up with the silver leading edge of this putter, getting it square to your chalk line that you've put down, setting up to that and rolling. Now we look at the framing of the golf ball with the mill marks, and I'll be honest, I think they've done a cracking job on this putter. It has to be center shafted through the CG, the center of gravity, in order to give you the balance. That's why it looks how it looks, and it's actually coming with a KBS Tour GPS in it. For the simple reason with the KBS Tour GPS, you've got head weight, you've got butt weight. Well, guess what? You need stability, which then brings me into this, which I've never been a longer putter guy. Again, people are battling for how you define this. I don't want to get into that. I want to get into zero torque. I want to get into why I like this line of putters. I want to get into why you might be seeing this now. Because if you've got a 70-degree angle, there are 3 things you could struggle with putting with, right? Obviously, face alignment absolutely categorically has to be 1. Loft on how you return that to the ball has to be 2. The next thing is lie angle. If you can control those variables, then I think, and I've spent a long time thinking about this, but if you can control those variables and working with players on this, then you can start them better. Like, why does Jason Day practice with he has like a coat hanger that sits along the shaft for lie angle. He has control of that lie angle, does a great job. Yet when you see guys get this putter and go for the longer one, they're trying to get the putter to swing closer to that 90-degree. And look how the face doesn't want to go anywhere when I swing it like that. So this may be something, if you're struggling or you're interested in the science of putting, that if you can get a short putter, long putter, sorry, but get it short enough to be athletic with it. That was a conversation I had with Lucas Glover, who's changed his career. He does this lead forearm for path and this one for face. And he said to me, Adam Scott is the greatest athlete on the tour. And he said to me that Adam Scott sets up like an athlete, getting in there, eyes now for me directly over the ball. And I just feel that those three variables, loft, lie, and face angle, with a putter like this, you have far more control on them if the putter is moving vertical. And now I have the tech that doesn't pull me in the zero torque in any direction. Add in the pure roll, add in the contrast, add in the weight at the back from the Spider, and I'm sorry, but it makes sense to me, to be fair. It makes sense. So these are out now. I think it's something you've got to look at. I've got a putting plates there, which you've seen before in deeper videos. I'm illustrating with the edge, but the chalk line down and getting a feel on these uncomfortable ones that you obviously feel like you should make is your first step to testing these brand new putters. Then we move out into longer distances. Obviously, this is going to take some getting used to. If you're a short putter user and you have been your whole life, to all of a sudden go for a longer one. And I've played around with 45 on the driver all the way down now. This is the shortest it's ever been. If I gave this to Q, it would be a conventional length putter. But you know what? He's not using it. And if I'm sniffing out the hole and I'm making it, then all of a sudden, that's a great feeling of confidence. So this will be something I'm going to be using. You're going to see it in a lot more videos coming up. There's the official take. This is going to be in my golf bag. And for the reasons I've just outlined in this video, that if you want to improve and you want something that I think technology can help you with, I think getting into a lie angle balance putter is massively going to help you. And if that means that these Spider ZTs have caught your eye, Spider ZT, then I think it's a rabbit hole, an area that you want to investigate, because I think it can help your game. Hopefully this video helps. If you've got any questions, fire them down below. As you can tell, this is an area I've spent a lot of time on and I'm very passionate about, and it's stuff that I really enjoy, because I think that any of us out there at any level, we can do this when it comes to putting. I don't think it takes a ton of skill to get good at this and fill up the pot.